Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Oston back again with another simple tutorial. So in this simple tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you can create a simple Google Chrome extension. Later on in the nearby future, I'll be also showing you how you can create a simple Google Chrome app. So right now, these are the so-called extensions, and in this tutorial that I'm making right now, this is the recorder that I'm using. It's actually an extension. So you can see how serious and useful are these extensions. So you can, this is a Google Chrome app. It's not at the same time also an extension, and these are the other extensions that I'm having right now installed on my PC. What you're seeing here on the screen showing search information is also an extension called Momentum. So what you have to do, we are going to click here on that simple icon, go to more tools, and then extensions. So actually what you're seeing that is recording the screen right now, it's this extension that you're seeing here. Then the one responsible for displaying such backgrounds on this desktop, or sorry, PC, it is this extension called Momentum. You can see how useful are these extensions when you have put them on your PC. So we are going to be creating our own extension. That's very simple. We are going to be using it on this specific page. It's going to be a very simple. You are not going to write something complicated. It's just going to be a simple extension. The best part is, or important part is, showing you how you can create your own extension and put it in this browser. So what we have to do is create a simple file called the manifest. So all these extensions that you're seeing here are created using a simple manifest that is which is written in the JSON syntax. So what you're going to do is save this. What I'm going to do is create a simple, what you have to do, create a simple folder. I'm going to call mine extension. So I have created a simple folder extension. So I'm going to create a file called manifest.json. So it is created using JSON. So this is a simple file that is called manifest.json. Make sure you name it that exact name. Then we put two curly braces because it is an object. It's written in an object way. I'm going to zoom in so that we see everything clearly. Then what you have to do is first declare the manifest version. This is compulsory. You need to be having it. Manifest version. Put a full colon, which is 2. Always it is 2. Then here, these are called now the key names. So manifest version is a key name, 2 is a value. So that's object, that is JSON format, the way you write JSON. Then we are going to write the name key. Then this is the name you want to call your app. So we are going to be creating a simple, extension that is called timezone finder. So this is the name of our extension. As you can see here, there is a name. So that is the name. Ours is going to be called timezone finder. Then put a comma there. Then we need to specify the version of our extension. So our extension version is going to be, you can name it anything you want. So I'm going to give mine this 2.0.1. So it is a fake version. You can call it anything you want. Then we are going to give a description to our extension. So as you can see here, we are having the name, the version, and description. So our description, it's going to be, this is a simple extension that displays your current time zone. put a comma there. So that's the description of our Chrome extension. As you can see, also these ones have their own description. So we have also created ours. Now what we are going to put next is the author. So this is option, but since you are the one developing your extension, you have to put your name. So I'll put mine, Oston code Cypher. You can see we are just placing the key name and the value, key name and the value, key name and the value. You can see how simple it is. Then we have put the author. Then secondly, you need to space, like as you can see, they all have icons. So they have icons, you can see. Then to place those icons, we just place another key name called icons, which is going to be an object. And here for icons, there is some simple website that I have here. I'm going to leave the link in the description below. It's called findicons.com. So you can come here and search for any type of icon you want. You just put a face. So I just put there time, and I downloaded this simple icon that you're going to be seeing. I'm going to drag it to that folder. So right now it's here. I'm just going to copy this. That's some work I did already. So I'm just going to paste it here in the same place with this manifest file. So make sure you visit this link. I know you'll be watching this tutorial later than mine. So before it's done, sorry, not later than mine, before it's done. So here at first, you specify the size of the image. So mine is 128. If you have to check extension, then I right click on this image, I go to get info. As you can see here on the dimension is 128 by 128. So here the key name, I'll just put the size. It is option, but it's recommended that you do that. So the size is that. Then the icon, or the image I want is called clock.png. Very simple. So as you can see now, we have also now got, if you are following this order now, that means we also have access to that icon. Is going to be displayed there. So now what we need next, we need the browser action, and I'm going to explain what this does. Browser action, it's also an object. You put those curly braces there. Now for the browser action, we also have the key names called the default icon. So default icon, it's this icon that you're seeing here. Right now this one is the default icon for this app. You can see, even if I hover over that icon, we get that simple title like momentum, JavaScript and CSS code, beautifier. Those are the ones we are going to be coding right now here. So for the simple icon, I'm going to use the same icon, which is clock.png. Just place a comma there. Then you saw when we are hovering over these icons, we got that title. What we are going to do is come here and we say default underscore title, and I'm going to put timezone finder. So that means if our icon is here, they will also display timezone finder. Very simple. Then what we need to do is we create another default key name, and it's going to be pop-up. So this is what will pop up when the user clicks on our icon. So like here, when the user clicks this icon, in case it has a drop down, then they will be displaying that file to the user. So here we shall say we are going to create another file that is going to be called, you can name it anything you want, don't confuse this with this. I'm just going to call it again popup.html. As you can see, it's very simple. Then lastly, we are going to come here and put a comma, and we put permissions to our extension. We say permissions, and it's going to be an array, a simple array that is going to be having this value of active tab, and save. So right now everything looks fine. I'm going to save this file, and to install this Chrome extension that we have created, let me first remove this, and we start from so to install that Chrome extension that we have created, as you can see, we are having a simple file here called a folder, called the extension. So we are going to come here and go to more tools, go to extensions, then make sure you turn on this developer mode where you're seeing my cursor. Turn on the developer mode, click here, load unpacked. So make sure you select your folder, which is called the extension. Right now, as you can see, we are having our simple extension that we have created. Let me put this side by side. If I'm to zoom out here a little bit, you can see we are having even some errors, but don't worry about that. So what you need to focus on, you can see we have the name, which is here, time zone finder. We have the version, which is here, 2.01, which is here. We have the description, which is this. This is a simple extension that displays your current time zone, which is this. They won't show you the author. Now for the icons, you can see we are having our simple icon here. It's called clock.png. Then the browser action, then we come to this part, what you're seeing here. You can see for the browser action, we have the default icon, which is this. Then the default time zone, we have this. You can see, sorry, not default time zone, default title. We have that simple tool. It's like a tooltip showing you the word that is there. That is time zone finder. Then for the pop-up, it's what's going to be displayed when the user clicks on this page. So right now it's not there, that's why they are not displaying it. We need to create a file called popup.html. Very simple. So I'm going to create a new file, and I'm going to save it inside this extension. They have to be in the same folder. So I'm going to call it popup.html, and I'm going to quickly create a simple HTML document. I'm not going to explain this because you already know what HTML is. I'm also just going to change the theme of this editor. I don't like how this is displayed, so I'm going to create simple HTML here. Then the head section, it has the title, then the body, and I'm going to call this one time zone finder. Whoa, sorry. So right now we have this. Let's refresh. Let's first check on this error, what they are telling us. But I guess it has to be sorted because we have created that file. Having that default pop-up. Is it about the older? I don't know. not need to remove that. Oh, browser action, default pop-up, default icon, default title. I don't know why it's doing that. Unrecognized manifest key, browser action. You know what? I'm first going to pause this video. Oh, you know what, guys? Sorry for that. I misspelled the word browser. No, these tiny mistakes you don't see. So browser. Sorry, the SP had the problem. So the other error should go away on our extension. Refresh this. I guess this error should be cleared. Yeah, right now we have no errors in our extension. So when we click here, we are having a simple for like they are trying to display this. They're trying to display this pop-up HTML, but there's nothing right now. So what we are going to do is I'm going to create another file. It's going to be some simple JavaScript file. It's going to be inside this folder called extension, and I'm going to call it main.js. You can call it anything you want. As you can see here, on other extensions, they have what they call inspect views. So we need also that on our simple extension here. You forgive me for the noise in the background. So we are going to put a comma here. Then we place another key, Chrome key, extension key, which is going to be background, which is also an object. And it's going to take in the key name called scripts, which is an array, and we put our file name JavaScript, which is main.js. So when I refresh this, we must get also inspect views. You can see inspect views. When I click there, they will be displaying our file there. So in case somebody wants to go and see what we have inside that simple file that we are going to be creating here. So what we shall do, even here in the body, I like placing my JavaScript below. So we shall put the source attribute, which will be main.js. It's because they are in the same directory. So there's nothing like specifying roots, or you can see when I misspelled this wrong, it's called source, the source attribute. Then I'm going to place a simple button here that we are going to be creating, and I'm going to give this one an ID of get timezone, and I'll put here simple text that will be shown, display, why don't I say get timezone? Oh, I keep on misspelling this word. When we go back and refresh this page and we click our simple clock here, you see we are having a simple button there, get time zone. So we need to increase on its width. I'm going to come here inside the head section. I put a simple head. Oh, sorry, not head. That's a big mistake. So we shall create a simple style tag, and I'm going to say HTML, comma, body. So I need to select both of them, and I say width and I'm going to give it like 350 pixels. Refresh the page, click here. So we are having some simple width here. So what I'm going to do is put some h3, and I'm going to call it time zone. Whoa, time zone finder. Refresh, click here. So we are having that. Why don't we center everything? I'm going to center everything here. Text align, center, refresh. So we are having everything here. So we want, when we click this, we display the time zone. So it's time to work with our JavaScript. So I'm going to create a simple field here. Simple div, give it an ID of show time zone. So we are going to come this side in the JavaScript, and I'm going to do get this button. I get the ID of that button. I'm going to create a variable called btn. Let btn, we assign it to document dot get element by id. Document dot get element by id, and we want to get this element that is having the id of get time zone. So we need to add an event listener on it, which is going to be a click when the user clicks it. So btn dot add event listener. There's something I'm going to show you there as we go on. We are going to get some error, but I would like to do some reverse engineering with you. We see why it's saying that and why we are going to be having that problem. So we are going to add a simple click event there, and this is the function that we want to run. It's going to be called time zone. Then we come here and declare that function, which is time zone. What we want to do is create a simple variable here called time, and we assign it to document dot get element by id, and the element where we want to display our time is called show time zone. So we are going to put the id there, and we do time dot inner html, and we shall assign it to date function. So let's save this and preview it in the browser. And I click this. As you can see, we are having our date here. Let's add some styling on it. So we are going to put some red tag here below. I don't know why it hasn't brought the other error, but it had some error here. It would say this, it's undefined property, but I don't know why they have not brought it, because I had some solution for it. So let's click. When we click here, we get that time zone. You can see we have created our simple Chrome extension, Google Chrome extension, that displays the time zone. You can play around with this, create something that is more dynamic, more than this. Just that I have shown you the basics on how you can create a simple Google Chrome extension. You can see this is the simple code that you need to write such a simple extension. Now, if you are creating a Google Chrome web application, you only remove this and use the key name that is called app. But I will also be showing you that one in other tutorials. But this is how simple it is to create a simple extension in Google Chrome, you can see we created this. When the user clicks it, we display that. So I'm going to do some simple designing that we make this button somehow colored. We put some social icon links in case you want people to follow you on your social medias. That's what I'm going to be showing you in these few remaining minutes to end this video. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Font Awesome. I get this link, put it in my head section here. Then I'm also going to get a simple JavaScript file, sorry, not JavaScript file, Bootstrap file. It's just for designing. Then paste it here and I link it to the page. Link. Then the relationship type is style sheet. It's going to be a style sheet. Then the hyperreference, where it is located, it's in the same directory. So I'll just write its name, bootstrap.mini.css. So I'm going to wrap all these things that I created here inside a div with a class of container. So I'm going to design this button with the class of btn outline. So these are Bootstrap classes primarily. Oh, this is not the page, you have to refresh. It's this. Then click here, you can see we're having some styling, but right now it looks weird. Then what we need to do, we are going to put some break tag here. It can also be a class here called margin bottom. It's also from JavaScript, and I can put 2. Then refresh and preview it in the browser. You can see it's having some margin below there. You can also reduce on that heading. So right now we are designing everything that you wanted is done. I just wanted to show you how you can create that simple Chrome extension. Click there. Let's put some horizontal rule there, line between. Why don't we just put some horizontal line there? Oh, was I searching? I wrote 4. So when we click here, we're having some horizontal rule. When the user clicks, see, we get that. So I can come here and put the social icon links. Let's say I want people to follow me using this simple extension that I created. And I'm going to put the anchor tag. Let's say the first one, href, will be going to youtube.com, youtube.com/Oston code Cypher. And inside here I place the icon tags with the class of fa-youtube. Let's save that and preview it in the browser. Refresh that. Having a simple icon there for YouTube. So I'm going to copy this anchor tag that we have created here below, and this one will be Facebook. This one will be Twitter. So also these links will change. This one will be Twitter. Then here I have Oston underscore code. That's my Twitter handle. So let's say Facebook, and Facebook, I guess I'm Tim Oston 5. So I'm called Tim, by the way. So let's refresh this. Preview our Chrome extension. We're having those simple icons there. Now let's add some padding on them. And to add some pad, and I'm going to create a simple class there, FA. Add some padding to them, like 15 pixels. Refresh. View that. This is what we are having. Let's increase on their font size by saying font size, and let's say, I guess 15 pixels is enough. Refresh. Let's remove those underlines on the A tags. Text decoration to none. And I'm going to make this one 20 pixels, the font size. Oh, not 200 pixels. Refresh the page. And this is what we are having. So the user can click on one of these icons and they follow you. So we have created a simple Google Chrome extension where users can click and display their time zone. So this is very, very simple, as you can see, but there is a lot that can be created. As you can see, this is a simple record that is recording right now on my screen. It's also an extension. This one beautifies your code. We have the Google Docs, so you can create anything you want using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and other languages that you can work with and create something interesting. So basically, I have shown you how you can test everything, run the Chrome. Oh, we're having an error here. Aha, this is the error that I was talking about. So what we need to do is put this in an if statement. We want to check if it's not null. So if btn is not equal to null, then we run that code inside. So you guys would bump into such error and you wonder how it's going to be solved. But this is what you have to do. You first test if it's not equal to null, then you run the code inside. Hopefully when I refresh this page, we should not be able to see that message again. We clear that, go back, refresh our Chrome, and there is no error. So guys, thanks for watching. Lastly, if you want to publish this Chrome extension in the Chrome store, in the Chrome web store, so what you need to do is go sign up with their developer dashboard. Maybe like, why do I stress myself? It's called the developer dashboard. Let me first put on my internet here so that I show you where you should go and register your Google Chrome extension. So what you have to do is click that developer dashboard when you're inside this Chrome web store. Oh, internet is a bit slower. So guys, I'll see you in the next tutorial.